Hello, and welcome back to another episode of When She On Cooks For You. Here's what you do. I'm Moore, as you know me. And today we're in Philly, with Rocky and it's the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. Listen, that took a minute to get together. Today we have on the show both Eric and his lovely wife, Tiffany. Eric, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be on.
And Tiffany, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, you're going to be driving.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, no, it's my pleasure having you on. Now, you're going to be driving this,
I am. Yeah, no, definitely.
Tiffany actually has her own channel. She's always cooking amazing things. Her information is going to be on the screen, and she's going to talk about her own channel, on my channel, but it's all good. But Tiffany,
Yeah.
tell us what you're going to make today.
Okay, so for today's episode with Ma, we have slow braised rabbit with a vegetable medley including red Swiss chard, mushrooms, tomatoes, onions, carrots, some pasta that we picked up from our favorite Italian restaurant, Grand Cafe L'Aquila, here in Center City, Philadelphia. And as always, all of our proteins, produce, and spices come from Gianta's Prime Shop at Reading Terminal Market.
Nice.
The head nut for all of these amazing spices, and my buds at Iovine Brothers Produce. Garlic is cheap at Whole Foods Market, so they're also kind of getting featured here as well.
Nice.
So please do sit back, relax, and we will be right back.
Well, wait a minute now, 'cause I want to say this. So on Tiffany's channel, you never see Eric, because he's behind the scenes. So today,
Yes.
Eric, you're seen.
I'm seen.
So Eric
Seen
is also going to be. It's going to be so freaking cool, because he's the man behind the magic of Tiffany's great videos and editing. But today, Eric is here. So
I do exist.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when she no longer wants to cook for you, both Tiffany and Eric is going to show us what to do in Philly. Yes, we traveled to Philly to make this happen. People, we'll be right back.
All right, everybody, we are back. So for today's video, like we had said, we are doing slow braised rabbit with a vegetable medley. Well, the rabbit's been marinating for the last couple of days, and right now we are going to be slicing everything up for the braising portion of our video. So Eric has
Mushroom duty.
our cremini mushrooms. We also have the carrots that he's going to be thinly slicing, tomatoes, and I am responsible for the onions, the habanero hot peppers, and the garlic that we are going to be incorporating into the braising. Now, Ma, do you have any questions on the cooking process?
Well, I've never had rabbit before, so I'm really curious how this is all going to go down. I've never had it. I've never tasted it. We've actually never had it on the show. So when you mentioned it, because you was about to hit me with some other things that you some other options, rabbit, I was like, we have to have that.
It's different.
So,
Yeah. Now, a couple of years back during our 4th wedding anniversary, we visited Eric's cousins out in Sicily, but we had a side trip where we got to go to Malta, and we got to try a lot of their local foods because we like having local experience, and rabbit is
big there.
extremely
Yeah.
popular
Okay.
over there. So
It was delicious.
yeah, so afterwards I got into making rabbit, and Rob Passio, who runs Gianta's Prime shop at Reading Terminal, he carries whole rabbit. So we experimented.
Made it a few times already.
Yeah, made it a few times, and then we just kind of settled on slow braising it because,
Well, the first time we made it,
well,
we didn't cook it long enough, so because
Yeah.
rabbit has like a lot of bones in it, a lot
Okay.
of bones, and so you know when it's done, when you can basically just
Can you pull it apart?
yeah, like it just comes
Okay.
apart really easy. And the first time we tried pulling it apart and everything, it was like it was done, but not done enough. So
Gotcha.
our butcher said, "Nah, you need to like cook it a little longer." And,
Gotcha.
and that made all the difference in the world. Yeah.
yeah. So the first thing that we generally do when we are braising the rabbit is actually searing it
Ooh, okay.
first. So that is going to be what we are going to do as soon as we get done chopping everything up for the braise. So we will be right back. Okay, so we are back. We have gone ahead and sliced and chopped everything up for the braise, but in the meantime, we need to sear our rabbit. So
Yep.
we marinated this for the last 24 hours, and a few important notes. One, rabbit takes extremely well to aggressive seasoning and must be seared before we braise it because you want everything to get a good amount of color. Two, I have done this enough times to know that you need to sear each item for a minimum of 2 to 4 minutes each side. So we're going to braise for 2 minutes covered. After the 4 minutes are up, you start resting them on your cutting board. And this is an important thing for everybody to know. You need multiple cutting boards. I have 3 of them. I've got one for meat, I have one for fish and seafood, and then one for vegetables, bread, things that aren't going to, suffer through cross-contamination and everything else. I may not be a professional chef, but I do have my manager level Serve Safe certification. So if anyone is interested in booking me for any catering events, small dinners, or want me to put together a menu plan for your large scale gala or event, please do reach out to me. But we'll be back in just a moment to start on the braise. All right, everybody, we are back. So Our rabbit has been seared on both sides, and we are placing them on our cutting board. We will then get started on the braising liquid and allow our beautiful rabbit pieces to rest for a little while. So we are going to move this over here and get started with the braising liquid. So at the base, you always want to start with your garlic and your hot pepper. In this case, because we have people that have a proper appreciation for spiciness, we're using habanero hot peppers, although you can sub in any hot pepper that you want. If you have no tolerance for heat,
Just leave them out then.
leave them out or just use a mild jalapeno.
You want tomatoes next?
No, onions are the next ingredient. You then start with your onions. We have both red and yellow onions in this mix because I didn't have enough onions to work with.
Starting to smell really good.
Thank
Smells
you.
great.
Yeah, great is the word.
Yeah. Now, we're gonna add in just a little bit of the chicken broth because we need to get this deglazed just a little bit. And then we're going to incorporate all of these spices, which, as you are all very much aware, I like incorporating lots of different spice blends into my dishes. So to start off, we always use black peppercorn, not ground black pepper, peppercorn. Red pepper flake, because you can never have too much heat. Ras el Hanout, which is a West African based spice. It's not meant to be like super heated or like super spicy or anything. It's more of like an earthy flavor profile. Ethiopian bear because I like a good amount of heat, but
Do you need more of that?
we are out
Nope. There's some more
of it unless my handy sous chef Eric can find some more. We have Maras Biber pepper, which is actually Turkish in origin.
Here's the bear. Yeah, just do it this way. I'll fill it later.
Okay.
Yep.
There.
I'm gonna leave it out in case you need it later.
No, I'm not gonna need it later.
Okay.
We have a little lemon pepper. Dried parsley. The fresh parsley will get garnished at the end. Oregano. Dried rosemary.
See, a good sous chef knows where all the spices are, in case she runs out.
There you go.
And Italian seasoning. You always need liquid, so we are using Leah and Perrin's Worcestershire sauce. And we're gonna do one more stir and mix. And we will be back momentarily with the rest of the braise. All right, so welcome back, everybody. So right now, our onions are beautifully caramelizing at the bottom of our Dutch oven. The spices have bloomed very, very well, and we are going to go ahead and add in our carrots, which I like them to have still retain a good amount of texture to it, so we like to add them in. And our many, and I do mean
Just
many
a few
tomatoes. So we are going to very carefully stir this in.
Hold it. I got it.
Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna stir this in, and then we're going to do our best to fill this almost completely to the top with our chicken broth, which a whole container of this measures 4 cups. But we're going to allow this to get closed again and be brought to a boil before we add in our now rested rabbit, and then set the timer for at least an hour and a half. Okay, welcome back everybody. So our Dutch oven is bubbling along, and we are now adding in our well-rested rabbit. Now, the best way to ensure that the rabbit is cooked all the way through so that we're able to shred it properly is by burying it.
Submerge it.
Or submerge it in your liquid as much as you can. Obviously, we went a little overboard with the amount of onions and tomatoes in this dish, and we might wind up cooking the Swiss chard and the mushrooms in a separate container. But this will cook down, I promise you. So we got that, good. At one point, we will be sampling the jus and just kind of making any final edits. We're going to do a final seasoning right now, and if my trusty sous chef can set the timer for an hour and 40 minutes, that would be great. Hit start.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, this is also an important thing. You see how I am seasoning up high on here? This allows for more coverage of your spices, especially when you have as many as I have right now. The higher up you are, the better coverage you get with everything. All right.
You want to stir right now, or is it good?
I think it's good.
You just dunk it in. Yeah. There you go.
All right. We're going to cover, and this is gonna boil and cook on high to medium heat. So we will be back in a while to taste test my results. So we will be right back. All right, so we are back. As you can see, our slow braised rabbit is bubbling along. We have about 40 minutes left on the cook. So we are going to go ahead and do a sample of the braising liquid. Oh, this is beautiful. Honey, you should try this.
Oof, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, really good amount of heat and spices. And now we're going to incorporate some of our fresh rosemary in here. You don't want this wooden part here because that's not edible. So we just need to go and do this.
It's got a nice kick of heat in the back.
Yeah, it does. Put that there, and we're going to add in our mushrooms as well. The Swiss chard will be added in the last, we'll say 10 minutes of the cook. But we're going to go and just kind of check on everything right now. We'll season everything one last time. One thing that I learned from my mother, who's a phenomenal cook out in California now, is to season everything very, very well. So we're going to go ahead and do that. As always, go with what suits your palate, your spice tolerance, and whatever you have in your fridge or your pantry as far as ingredients. If you don't have pasta on hand to pair with this, that's fine. You can incorporate rice. If you want to make risotto with this, you can. Polenta, anything you want. We're just going with what I'm in the mood for. So we have everything pretty much ready to go. The pasta water will be boiled momentarily, and we'll be back.
Hi, welcome back. I'm Eric, and while Tiffany and the rabbit are chilling, I'm going to be doing the pasta part of it. So I want to wait till obviously the water is boiled, and then we're going to salt it. Give it a little bit of salt.
Now, do you add olive oil to the boiling pasta water for adding the pasta?
No, we don't put any olive oil in, actually. I just salt it. But you can ask 10 different people how they do this, you're going to get 10 different answers. It's all a preference. And then rather than the salt just lying in like maybe a pile or something, I kind of stir it around a little bit. And then we're just going to dump it in. And the directions call for 8 minutes, but we'll check it at 8 minutes. Sometimes they're on point. Sometimes they're not, and it needs like a few more minutes. So the timer's at 16. So when it gets down to 8, we'll check it. And I'll keep an eye on this. I'll stir this like every few minutes to make sure it's like staying fresh and it's not sticking. So yeah, so basically it's just watch and wait at this point. So we'll be back.
All right, everybody, we are back. So the pasta is cooking along, and we'll get checked in another minute.
Yep.
We're at about the 10-minute mark, and we're going to add in our red Swiss chard. For this final point, Don't worry about how high this looks right now. It will wilt and get mixed in with everything else. The fresh herbs are going to be garnish for the end of the dish. And now, my husband, everyone.
Okay, now we're gonna check one of these and check the doneness of it because it is at 8 minutes. Hot. Nope, needs more time. Not done yet. Still needs probably like another,
2-3 minutes.
yeah, easily like another 3 minutes.
Yeah. But we are, in essence, basically done with this initial episode. So, Ma, any questions for me?
I have questions for you after I taste the meal. Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
I got a bunch of questions. This has been a phenomenal episode so far. Like I said, I've never had rabbit before. Like I said, I was telling you guys off camera, this is the first time I did a segment where I've never tried the food before.
Oh.
Meaning everybody on my show, I've had it. They just all have their different versions of it. So I'm excited about the rabbit. It smells freaking good.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised because from watching your videos, you are serious in the kitchen.
I am. I believe in experimenting with lots of different spices, lots of different cultures, and one thing that I was taught by my mother was, be aggressive with your seasoning. Always remember to experiment with what you have, what you think you like. May not necessarily like how somebody else does it, but it's always super important to just, go with what you know as well. But, be open to trying new things. So I'm like super, super excited about this. And if anyone is local to Philadelphia, PA, Grand Cafe Tequila is along 17th and Chestnut Street. They have a fantastic restaurant, but they also have a little wine store, pasta shop, and you can get like pastries and stuff as well. And, this particular pasta you can find over there, but we will be back.
Almost.
Yeah.
About
And
another minute.
Another minute. All right, great. So we are back. The rabbit is now done. So we have transferred our Dutch oven to here, and we are just gonna pick out like the larger pieces of our well-cooked
Yeah, you can tell that's done.
rabbit
It's already falling
because
off the bone.
it's literally falling off the bone. We're gonna pick these off. Yeah, just need to find
Need to find the pieces.
the pieces, but or like remember kind of where they were originally.
Yep.
Man, yeah, this came out really good.
Uh-huh.
But we're going to shred the rabbit, pick out as much of the bones as possible.
There's a lot of bones in rabbit.
Yeah, there's
And
like
some
a lot.
of the bones are like this. They're really tiny. So even though you may think you got them all, just be careful when you're eating. It's like fish. There's a lot of bones in it, so you might still end up with one or two or something. So yeah.
Yeah. Ah, there you are.
Is that the last?
I think so.
Oh wait, no, that's that one there. No, sorry.
No, it's
Nope.
more mushroom. No, that's a mushroom. Yeah. Yeah. This cooked very, very well, so may not be
this is-
getting as many.
This is going to adhere to the pasta really nicely.
Yeah.
But it's not watery. There's none there, I think.
No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there's like a little tiny piece here. But we're gonna go and shred.
Start shredding.
And we will be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So this is the majority of the rabbit that we just finished shredding.
Yep.
Trust me, this is still a lot of meat for this dish. In our serving bowl, we have our beautiful pasta. We're going to incorporate the rabbit in here. We're also going to add in our vegetables from the braising liquid. Which is going to take a minute to do.
I'm just looking to see if there's any obvious bones sticking out anywhere, but I think we did a good job on getting most of them.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I wish you guys could smell how awesome this came out. The braising liquid has reduced down beautifully. And if you could lift.
Yep.
Wow, okay. We'll just need to soak that. Lift.
There.
And we're gonna pour in the last of the liquid. Come on, no, a little more.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
We're going to mix all of this together. Take your time. There is literally no rush whatsoever. This is very obviously a lot of food, so I am so excited that we will be a party of 6 for tonight. Our dear friends Angelique and Zach are coming over momentarily, and they get to partake in this as well.
Looks great.
Now, last thing we're going to do is garnish with our fresh herbs, which in this case includes mint, parsley, and a little dill. As always, please do not forget to head over to Reading Terminal Market, to Gianta's Prime Shop for the rabbit, Iovine Brothers for pretty much all of your herbs, produce, hot peppers, and the head nut for all of your spices, and also the chicken broth that we use to braise the rabbit, because you want it to be like a lot lighter. Also, Whole Foods Market, wherever you are, for your garlic, your Worcestershire sauce, and in this case, some of the tomatoes that we use in the braising liquid. But Marcus, are you ready to, sample?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic.
So am I.
Yeah, up next, the final look.
This was the real deal. I'm super excited. Both Tiffany and Eric had the whole plate. It's like a sweet, beautiful smell in here. So I'm super excited to try this rabbit. So let me stop talking. Tiffany, let me
Go
have
for
it.
it. Go
Yes,
for it.
please do.
We'll go with the pasta. Pasta has a nice flavor to it. I guess it was because it was in
salted water.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got a little bit of the red Swiss chard, the rabbit, you know,
Whoa.
there's a little carrot in there that looks like it came out really good.
Yeah.
Mushrooms are nice and earthy.
Better hurry up, she's gonna eat it all.
I will.
really, really good.
A little edge of spice
Got
right
some
at the
spice
back.
in that. I've been known to eat the whole plate on camera, but I'm not gonna do that.
Go
now.
for it.
Go for it.
We got,
Got
we have,
plenty.
there's
we
plenty
have,
more.
There is
But I
plenty
have
more
questions for you
over
guys.
here. But yeah,
one more bite.
please.
I've never had rabbit before. That is so good.
I'm so glad
Yeah,
you enjoyed
that
it.
is. What's up?
No worries.
So I have some questions.
Okay.
I have some questions. Could anybody do that meal that you guys just did? You
Yeah,
think so?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Would you guys say it takes patience? Because I noticed you guys were taking
Yes.
the bones out.
It
yeah,
definitely
patience.
does. You know, not
Yeah.
every time that we've made this has come out as spectacularly as it did just
Yeah.
now.
You need a few hours for the rabbit to soften and
Okay.
to be
Okay.
to
Yeah,
fall off the
to
bone.
cook.
It's not like throwing a chicken breast on there and
Yeah, I'm gonna
20
try
minutes later it's done. So
You know, you
so
want
if you're gonna
to-
do this, you need a few hours.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely need a few hours. Like, if you want to do it like all in one day, you can do that. You just need to remember to take the rabbit out of the fridge
Okay.
for I'd say a solid 30-40 minutes before you even think about seasoning it, allowing it to marinate
Yes.
for a couple of hours, and then you get started with searing it, resting it, starting the braise,
Okay.
and then finish it off with whatever
Well-
side dish you decide to.
Well, I will say
do.
this. Everybody always says it tastes like chicken. With everything.
Yeah,
But this
no.
didn't.
Everything tastes like
no,
chicken.
But
no.
this really didn't. It
No.
really
No.
didn't taste like chicken. It has its
Yeah.
own beautiful
Flavor
thing
profile.
going on.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
guys,
a great flavor profile.
through this whole process, especially towards the end, I smelled the sweet smell in the air.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys? Do you guys know what that was? Or
Yeah, it was the carrots.
Okay. It was a
Yeah.
beautiful, sweet smell that all this came together. I'm going to ask you guys, both of you guys, some questions. Let's see, Eric, with you on the technical side of this, well, we'll get into the,
Okay.
Okay.
your YouTube channel. Now, let me
Yes,
ask.
please.
Yeah, well, tell us
do.
what that channel is. Yeah.
Okay, so everybody, for those of you that follow me, I am the host of Cooking with Tiffany and Tiffany's Community Spotlight at Home, which is my other video podcast where I can invite whomever I want for a no-holds-barred conversation.
Nice.
I go week after week curating different dishes for all of your viewing pleasure, and I appreciate people responding back with likes, comments, sharing my video on YouTube as well as on social media. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Threads. I have a professional network on LinkedIn, but a lot of them enjoy my videos as well,
Well,
on there. So
well, you're going
there
to,
is
by now,
that,
you've
too.
seen all her social media. It's been on the screen since this segment's been going on. I love what you're doing.
thank
I
you.
love what you're doing, and I mean, I sincerely mean it. But let me ask you a question. Now, with me, I feature a chef every month.
Yeah.
I know that with you're pushing them out. Like,
I do. I have for the last almost year now,
Okay.
since my husband and I really got back into doing this podcast. I've been working to increase my followers and post lots of videos. So on any given week you might find 1 or 2 or as much as like 4.
I've seen I was like, whoa, she's. Now let me ask Eric.
Yeah.
because you're behind the scenes, which is
Yes.
editing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can that be
Yes.
challenging sometimes? I mean, I look from editor to editor. I bet
Yeah.
you already have episodes you haven't even edited yet. Right?
There are a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's at
Okay.
least
A lot
two,
of it is, I
actually.
mean, you know, life gets in the way,
Yeah.
work and all that stuff. So you find time to do it. I mean, you don't want them to sit for like a week.
No, understandable.
But yeah, I mean, the equipment we use is
Very simple.
The editing
Yeah.
tools I use
iPhone,
are
anyone?
simple. But to me, doing this, it's not about the equipment we use and everything. It's more about Tiffany and getting her and letting her express her creativity through her cooking, and then just letting her be herself. To me, that's the most important thing in doing
It's
these.
an excellent husband. Do you think Eric just brings you guys closer together as far as working to get her brand out there?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, she'll
definitely.
post her stuff and I'll share it and try to get it out there and encourage people to also subscribe as well too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
because I want to see her do well, and
No,
and she
exactly.
enjoys doing this. So
Well, you just said like it's a simple, editing. But you know
Yeah.
what? Your work doesn't look simple.
No,
we talked about
it
this off
doesn't.
camera.
Appreciate it,
We
thank
talked
you.
Yeah.
about off camera. And I'm not just saying to say it, but it flows beautifully.
oh, thanks.
I mean, I use Final Cut Pro. You're using what you got to use, but it's. I just don't want you to downplay what you're using because you're getting your
Yeah.
message out there. It's
Yeah.
really,
It
really
needs
good.
to first and foremost. The most important thing for me is it needs to make sense. You don't
Okay,
want to be
yeah.
jumping around
Yeah.
or cutting things out that are going to be really important. I mean, I learned this from guys because I work in the TV broadcast
Okay.
industry, and continuity is key. So it needs
Yeah.
to make sense. So
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's
because you don't want to put
the
gibberish out there.
Yeah, yeah.
and it's why the
understandable.
majority of the videos that I will cook with has kind of already a preset dish. If I'm in the mood to do shakshuka, for example, that'll be a video coming out or will already have come out
Okay,
by the
okay.
time this actually
yeah.
airs.
Yeah.
And time.
But,
We try to keep
you
them
know,
relatively not too long because we know. Your
People's
attention
atten-
spans out there aren't very long in minutes,
Yeah,
so
like-
we try to keep them short and
Yeah,
to the point.
I get feedback or the analytics on YouTube for how many minutes people are actually
yeah,
viewing everything, and it's kind of it's great that you are watching the intro and then probably spending the majority of the time at the end of the episode
yeah.
to go through the ingredient
Ingredients.
list
Yeah.
and that's that. But for some of these episodes, you're missing lots of vital information,
Okay.
proper cooking techniques for things. I make a point of stressing that things need to be done a certain way, and it's not because I was trained to do it this
Gotcha.
way. It's
Okay.
through trial and error. It's
Okay.
from experience. Rabbit in this case has, like I said, several things going for it. It is super lean, takes extremely well to aggressive seasoning, and lots of aggressive seasoning.
Okay.
But it also takes a solid hour and a half, hour and 40
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
to braise. If you've got hours on end, there was one time I braised this whole rabbit for the better part of 2 hours.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It melted in my mouth, and I didn't have to have it set on high heat the entire time. I had it set on low for almost a good hour.
Yeah. Again, it's a good dish to do if you have the
Yeah.
time to do it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But there's other dishes that can be done super quick, or that are low calorie.
Well, speaking of other dishes, let's jump into that because I see you're very broad with what you cook. It looks good. Now let me ask you this, and I asked you this on camera. I'm thinking you've been cooking since you was like 7.
No.
And you told me that's not the case. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So on my mother's side of the family, I am Greek Orthodox.
Okay.
For anyone that knows a lot about the Greek culture, the mothers and wives and, the older women are the main ones to do all of the cooking and, getting everything ready and settled for, family occasions, birthdays, weddings, funerals, like Sunday dinner. God, yeah, Orthodox Easter. And my mom is an amazing cook.
Gotcha.
Amazing cook. She's also not professionally trained.
Okay.
We just are really good cooks. So for a long time, I wasn't in the kitchen with her. I'd be in there to see what she's doing, but it wasn't like she handed me a knife and was like, hey, slice this up, chop that up, stir this, taste that.
Okay.
I learned through taking over my now husband's kitchen at our first apartment, and over the years I just got extremely interested in cooking and create lots of different dishes. I have a cookbook that is not currently published right now, but might be, or at least should be available for pre-order. So don't worry, I'll be sharing that at an earlier date.
I'm not surprised at that because you need to follow her videos. So please, the information's already seen on the bottom. So go follow her and just check out what she's cooking. She's it's amazing. That's why I thought you were cooking since you were 7.
Yeah,
so I would say you've been cooking for 10 years now?
Yeah, at least. Yeah, like a solid 10, 12 years now.
It doesn't look that way. So people who out there who, want to get into cooking and think, listen, it can be done. It can be done. It can be done. Let me ask you this. Because I have to ask this.
Yeah.
What's that one meal you struggle with? Off camera, you said baking, and I challenged you more. Because I was like, Tiffany, everybody's saying baking. So what's the one thing would you say?
I'd say risotto would definitely be it, because I don't have the patience to just let the rice kind of do its thing. And Eric, he's great at making risotto.
I have more patience.
Ironically enough. Yeah,
he's basically got to just stand there and just keep stirring.
Okay, so it's about patience.
Yeah, it really is. And knowing from the amount of Food Network television shows that you cannot rush risotto in under 30 minutes. It cannot be done.
Okay, so
it really can.
If you're rushing through stuff, that may not be the meal for you to try to make.
Yeah. No, definitely. You need at least 40, 50 minutes up to an hour to do risotto properly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're going to bring this segment to a close.
Okay. No worries.
You guys have been great.
Well, you've been awesome
Eric,
too.
It's been a pleasure to me. I needed to meet the man behind the magic, man. We needed to get Eric in the scenes, man, in front of the camera. But
this is a lot of fun.
You've been amazing. Thank you for having me. I rode all the way from New York to Philly to get them on. Beautiful couple, supporting each other, loving each other, and it's just good to see your videos.
Thank you.
And
I
it's
appreciate
good to know you're
it.
behind the production of it, because I do production, so I know it can be a challenge sometimes, but I just want to tell you, great job.
And I appreciate what you're doing too, promoting all these chefs.
Yeah. And seriously, thank you so much.
Thank you. Follow her. We're gonna get them brought back on later on, but later on down the road. But they're just a beautiful couple doing positive things. We gotta support positive things, and you may even learn how to cook by watching them. So get on there, subscribe. Because Tiff
Yes,
is
please do.
pushing them videos like kittens, puppies, little kittens. She's just pushing them out. So,
yeah.
they just really, really great. So, we're going to have a good night. Have a good night, everybody. And
Okay.
when she want to cook for you, both Tiffany and Eric showed us what to do. Be well, everybody.
Bye.